I was unfairly dismissed, so I decided to pair up with the recruitment agency and waste my ex-manager's time. So I recently lost a job. I was blindsided and had no idea. One of my work colleagues, whom I was very good friends, wrote a Seek review. In this Seek review, he mentioned that he saw many colleagues being unfairly dismissed, especially one in particular who was going through a career change and didn't get the correct training. He mentioned that a lot of under-the-table talk was used to get her fired. He was referring to me. I received a phone call from my former boss, apologizing and saying that they had made a mistake letting me go. I know they ended up losing 4 employees in the space of 6 weeks after I left. I knew that they desperately needed workers. They offered to take me on as a temporary worker via an agency to do me a favor and help me pay my bills while I study, as they knew I needed the work. I already have a new job, but I went along with it anyway. I let my agency know that I wouldn't work unless it was on my terms, and my terms included having the right to refuse working with the 2 employees who made my life hell. The agency agreed that health and safety come first, and that I can call in sick if I don't feel like I'll be entering a safe environment. My previous manager stupidly fell for it and agreed to the terms without reading the fine print. My first day arrives and I call in sick. Me: hello John, I can't make it to work today. Manager: that's okay. Why not? Me: is X and Y working? Manager: yes. Me: I don't feel comfortable around them. Manager: knowing that they were the reason I got let off the first time. Silence. Well, okay then, take a day off and rest up. This happened for 4 days in a row. Eventually, my ex-manager got mad. He sent a long email to the recruitment agency saying that I was being unprofessional, and it's disappointing that I am letting the team down like this and that I should know better. He wanted to request a new temp worker. The recruitment agency sent him a copy of the contract he blindly signed and explained that because X and Y made me feel unsafe, I have the right to refuse work with them and not get into trouble. The agency can only do its best to find workers to replace me, but in the event that they can't, the team has to do its best with the staff they have. The agency was sure to write notes that they weren't sure if I was fairly dismissed with this employer, as they received no formal warnings or meetings with HR. The agency also had a history of constantly recruiting for this company because of a toxic environment. They were happy to take my side. There was no reply from my manager. The manager finally emailed us back on a Sunday evening and said they understood. For another week, I repeated the same thing, and the agency was allowed to take it easy with finding a temp replacement for their temp worker. It seems like a very small victory for me, but it makes me feel like I have some sort of revenge after they let me go without any formal warnings or meetings with HR, especially as it was 1 week after I had a mortgage approved. In case you're wondering, yes, I am enjoying my new finance role and have passed my probation period.